What up gamers, I'm Jason and today on Dice & Dragons I'm going to be unboxing all of Tainted Grail Wave 2. As you can see, we've got a ton of content for you. So the game is designed by Marcin, Świerkot, Krzysztof, Piskorski, and Andrzej Betkiewicz. Hopefully I got that right. If I did not and you happen to see the video, feel free to correct me down below in the comments. Also, as I'm going to be unboxing all of Wave 2 in one video, take a look down below for the timestamps. You can take a look at just part of the video, come back, or if you're only interested in seeing one of these items, well, there you go. All the information will be down there. And the game is, of course, published by Awaken Realms. Now, what are you doing in Tainted Grail? Well, you're going to be going on one of 3 campaigns. This Wave 2 has 2 campaigns in this box, and then an advanced campaign called the Red Death. So sorry, not 3, there were 4 possible campaigns. To play the Red Death, you must have completed the original game or one of the campaigns in the stretch goal box. Now you'll be going across the land of Avalon in order to solve a problem that is going on in the world. Now you've got the future and the past of Avalon in this box. I don't know why I corrected myself. I said past. I thought I said present for a second. The original game, which you can see beyond me, has the present. You'll be traveling across the land. You must light menhirs to fend off the weirdness, at least when you are playing in the present. And I believe the future, you will be trying to survive in a land where if it's a base game, it'll be without its king. At the last night, you are really trying to survive on the land of Avalon with King Arthur having disappeared. And the Age of Legends will have you being part of the quest of the Knights of the Round Table as you arrive on the island. And well, you've only been there for a few years and you will see the Four Dweller army. Well, not army, empire and army at its full height. So lots of cool stuff here. We got some fun stuff as well, like the monsters, the mounted heroes. So I'm going to stop talking about it. We're going to get into it in just a moment. We're even going to take a look at the playmat that we got down there. So keep it right here. Let's take a look at what's in all these boxes. So much stuff. Now let's take a look at what comes in the stretch goal box, the Age of Legends and Last Night campaigns. So we have the past and the future of the world of Tainted Grail. So here we've got the save sheet for Age of Legends. We've got the save sheet for Last Night. Largely, it looks like everything is the same. I'm guessing it's just going to be some of the stuff on the back that's going to be different. Yeah, because you're getting different markers as you're going through the quest book. Now, if you don't already have Niam, you do have a new story for her because she would have been shipped to you with all this content, so you didn't get one of those split wave packages like I did that included her. So we've got Sloan, their story, Dagon, Mabd, Fuel, another Niam. I'm not sure why I got... there are 2 here for Niam, so that's just interesting. Thebalt, Cowlin, Duana, and Nazir. Now, let's take a look, and I'm just going to punch these out right away. As you can see, they're already coming out, so nice and easy. Just get our characters. I'm wondering if we're actually going to get the that red for that fifth player, but don't think so. Well, not 5th player, that 5th character that you're able to get. So let's get everyone set up on the same side so we can take a look at the characters. All right, so gone and done it. So we're going to be looking at them a little jumbled up here. So we've got mobs. So we've got her explanation of her setup, her starting combat deck, starting resources, and here we've got her character. Now, from what I've understood, you can mix the characters throughout the story, but you may not get the best experience here. We've got Duana. So very cool. She's a witch. Then we've got her character. We've got Dagon. Pretty cool. Here we've got Cowlin. I'm not sure how they ended up in a different position. So, born in a proud tribe that never accepted Arthur's rule, Cowlin formed an unusual bond with a she-wolf who saved her life during one of her hunts. Very cool. I like the idea of this character for sure. Sloane. Thibault. Viol. And Nazir. Now, hopefully I got them put together. The way they came out of the box was not ideal. So let's pop plastic off. And here we've got our exploration journal for the Age of Legends. So this packaging is a little tight, but if you go in from around, the bindings, fairly easy to open without damaging anything. We'll take a quick look at the Age of Legends Exploration Journal. We don't want to get too many spoilers. So we do get the list. So it's Cowlin, Duana, Nazir, and Thibault. That are the characters that you should be taking through the Age of Legends. So it's pretty cool. And it explains what's going on in the story. Special rules importing your game. So that's cool. So I didn't realize that there was a way for you to import a game. So you can import either from The Last Night or from Fall of Avalon. Explains how to save it, the Age of Legends story mode and challenge mode that are optional. And then you start with Eye of the Storm and you're into the story. Very cool stuff. I'm really curious what Julie and I are going to do once we complete the Fall of Avalon campaign. Where we're going to go, if we want to go to The Last Night, the future, or if we want to go to the Age of Legends. I'm kind of feeling the Age of Legends because the history of Avalon definitely intrigues me. So that's where I'm leaning towards. So here we'll take a quick look at The Last Night. So we got Dagon, Viol, Sloane, and Mobbed. So 400 years have passed since the one true king disappeared. Before the Menhirs burned out entirely, forcing people to shelter in scarce habitable areas, some places flourished in a moment of glory. So that's pretty cool. So that's after the disappearance of Arthur. And I've yet to play the digital game, but I know it's got its own campaign as well, so something that I do want to play. Love the fact that we can get these miniatures out. And let's see if we can figure out who's who without too much effort here. I know that we've got Cowlin. Lots of detail. The miniature looks fantastic. Nazir. Guessing. Yeah, this one is Nazir, even though you see him with a sword. His mini doesn't have him with the sword. Here we've got Fuel. Powerful Witch. This looks like we've got... this is Sloane right here. I like his mini as well. We've got Dagon. A little tricky to get out, but not too bad. And I'm drawing the bank on the other one, so we got Dagon. Oh no, I got it wrong. That's Duana. Fuel is here. Okay. Trying to run away. And then we've got Mobbed. And I'm guessing one of the characters, or at some point in the story, we do get a pack animal to support us. So, neat stuff. I don't want to go into too many spoilers, so we're not necessarily going to open up all of the different card packs that we have here, but we'll take a look at them. So here's the pack of secrets, so not going to open up those. It's another pack of secrets, so we will leave both of these sealed, as those contain potential spoilers. So here we've got the encounter cards, and it looks like we've got 2 packs, so 1 for each. And we do have a symbol on there. I'm wondering if we just use all the same ones. Let's see how it's divided. Now it's got my curiosity piqued. At least the packaging's not that difficult to get open. Cards are a little stuck together. As you can see, we've got all the different colors. So that's something I will address at another time. Just getting everything to come apart, but we'll see what we have here. So they all have the same symbol on them. You can see right there, which identifies what expansion they're for. So it's looking here like you've got some encounter cards that just got a little mix in, because if I'm looking at the cards, oh, one of them tried to escape. Look at the cards here. We know, so we've got Dagon's Deck, Fuels, Sloan, and Mobbed. Yeah, so then we've got just the blue encounters. So everything that we've got here is for that specific campaign, which will be the last night. So here we've got the cards from the other campaign, so the Age of Legends. It does look like the cards are all cross-compatible, but we'll see when we finally get this to the table and get the review. Well, these are more cards for Dagon. So these are not the cards for the other campaign. These are some of the advanced cards you can get, and then also the chapter cards. Put these back. So chapter 1. So all the different chapter cards, we won't see any spoilers here, but you get the idea. The Last Night campaign is a 15-card campaign. Now what we've got here are the cards for the Age of Legends, and we do get a different symbol to identify the Age of Legends. So we'll open this up. We'll take a quick look at the stuff. So Cowlin, Nazir, we got all their decks. We start going into some of the encounter cards. Knight's Command, the Pale Lady. Oh. Really had a lot of fun with this, and just this year it didn't get back to the table as much as I would have liked to have played it. Ideally, I would have liked to have finished it. I mean, I think the last time this hit the table was about a year ago now, but getting this has definitely got me motivated to finish the Fall of Avalon at some point this year. So we have all of the encounter cards, and just like the other ones, you've got the different color backs. These ones are not stuck together. And I'm not going to open up these packs now that I do like the fact that we've got a little extra space in case we want to sleeve stuff. But as you can see here, we've got the pack donkey. So we just have a couple reference cards. We've got the advanced cards as well as the story cards for the rest of the campaign. And then we do have the locations and last night help cards. I don't want to give too many spoilers here, so we're going to leave these sealed up, so the end and the beginning. So this is what you're going to be using. It does look like they've got different numbering system to make it easy, but there you have it. These are all of the components that you get with the stretch goals for Tainted Grail, and we definitely have room to put just about everything in. It's unfortunate we don't quite have a special space for these like you do in the core box, but it's not really that big of a deal. Probably going to end up laminating these just like I ended up doing with the ones from the core game. Just want this game to last a long time. So there's our unboxing for the stretch goals, the 2 other campaigns for the game. Now keep it right here as I'm going to take a look at the Monsters of Avalon, Past and Future. Let's take a look at what's in the box for Tainted Grail, the Monsters of Avalon, Past and Future. After having the previous Monsters box, I could not get this one as well. Once again, you get a nice guide as to how to store everything. It's double-sided to make it clear, as you've got 2 layers. And here we've got some new encounter cards. I'm not a huge fan of the packaging we got here. It's a little tight. I don't want to damage the cards, but it's probably the smallest package that I've seen so far in Tainted Grail. So overall, not so bad. I should be able to get that. So here we go, the encounter cards for them. They're also identified by the monsters, and I'm going to put this off to the side and probably refer to this a few times as I try to make sense as to who is who exactly in this box. So it's very cool that we have all of these different monsters. Let's try to go with the big guys. So wormlings. All right, here. So here we've got the freaky wormlings that actually make me think a little bit of the Princess Bride. Unchained War Beast is going to be somewhere in there. Corrupted Druid. Let's see where we got something big. So we got a Doomwing. With the Knight. So here's Doomwing, and it's absolutely monstrous. I mean, very cool looking. This Knight is terrifying. It's one of the nicest minis I have to say that I do have in my entire collection, but you'll need to lift it up to put this back. Let's take a look at this miniature here. It almost looks like a dragon. Very cool. So much detail. I mean, the sun drop on this has to be absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. Full of spider. Didn't need to see that. I'm not the biggest fan of spiders. So I cannot quite see which monster it is, but you know what? It is kind of tricky to identify them all. I'm spending a lot of time doing it, so we're just going to take a look at all the different ones. It's possible that we don't have all the cards, that some of them are, including the stretch goals. So we got all these really cool, freaky monsters that are terrorizing the land of Avalon. This looks like it might be that corrupted druid. Here we've got this freaky troll with the giant cleaver. Yeah. Here we've got that chained beast that we saw quickly in the cards. Pretty cool. I'm not quite sure what this is, but it's terrifying, especially the way the person moves, sort of like a spider. And then here we've got this thing that makes me think of a Cthulhu monster. It's clearly coming out of the weirdness. This looks like some type of witch or druid. You have some bat people, other terrifying things that make me think of Cthulhu. We've got this creepy fly / something else. Wandering band that definitely is looking for trouble. Some thieves, highwaymen. There's another corrupted figure. Guessing that this might be the Pale Lady, but Not quite sure. Or maybe this is the pale lady right here. Got a banshee. Another freaky character. Gotta say, I really do love the minis you get from Awaken Realms. They're so cool. Lots of cool stuff. Here's the last one we gotta look at. So there you have it. We've now taken a look at all of the minis that we get in the Monsters of Avalon, past and future. Now we'll take a quick look at the playmat, and then we'll be taking a look at some of the other expansions that we got that are not, related to the core game and the stretch goals. So keep it right here. I'll be right back. So let's take a quick look at the playmat that you get for Tainted Grail. What I really like is you got places to put all of your cards, and you can see in the background that it is the map of Avalon. Don't worry, I'm going to slide it up. We got spots for the encounter cards. We do have some spots for like the overall chapter, what's going on, and I'm going to slide this up so you guys can see what's at the bottom. So here at the bottom, we've got some spots for like the different events and things that are going to be going on in the game. Overall, it's just a nice quality mat. Good back. I love the stitch edging. Just really a quick look at this. Julie and I love playmats, so this was one of the things I just had to pick up. Now we're going to start, well, we're going to keep moving on as we look at one of the other expansions we decided to pick up, the Red Death. Now let's take a look at what's in the box for Tainted Grail, the Red Death, the Advanced Campaign Expansion. So we will move this off to the side so that we can see what we have in here. We do get some new instructions, and I'm definitely going to get those laminated and protected. Now, it is loose enough on the book to be able to open up fairly easily. There we go. So we don't want to damage any of the pages. If you're someone that really cares about the books like I do, then you'll want to do the peeling as you saw from around here. So this is the exploration journal. We'll take a quick glance at it. We don't want to really have any spoilers here. So we had an introduction to the Red Death, its additional campaign, the new rules for the miasma, all the new rules for the campaign. There's an optional mode. It tells you how to start the campaign, setup of the world, and then you start and you're immediately into the story. So it looks like there isn't too many new rules, which is cool. You're really starting with only about 2 or 3 pages, so it's going to be a nice follow-up to a core game. Now, as this is an advanced campaign, you do need to have completed one of the previous campaigns, so you can either bring the characters from The Last Night, The Age of Legends, Fall of Avalon. So maybe depending on how you want to just play through the game, if you beat all 3, just maybe take your favorite heroes into the Red Death. You, of course, get a save sheet for the Red Death. You get enough of them, so you can definitely mark one up, and I'm sure you can find them online if needed. Let's take a look at what we've got here. So these are the miasma cards. Let's start with the miniatures. So these are new allies that you can get, and they are listed on the back of the box. I know we've got a Fomorian. I'm not sure exactly who this guy is. We'll take a look and we'll confirm once we take a look at all the minis, but beautiful detail on there. We've got really nice minis. Well, a lot less detail, but I guess it's just because it's more flowing robes. I really do like this system though, so that you can pop it out. I think they did a good job with that. And then we've got another ally that we can gain. Very cool stuff. Let's see what we have now. These are here. We're gonna not look too hard at these cards because they will contain some spoilers if we do. I do like how Awaken Realms does at least give you this loose packaging. It's not opening easy, but definitely not going to damage the cards. Just need a little extra tug on it. So we do have all the chapter cards with the setups. We won't take a look at the chapter cards. Let's just see how many we got. Special events. Oh, so we got some special events. Just curious. So it's a 6-chapter extended campaign. Secrets of Prey. So these are random events. So bad stuff that can happen. And then here we've got new encounter cards. And they are all marked with the Red Death symbol right there in the corner. So you'll know what you'll be using and how to take them out. Let's not take a look in too much detail. So sorry, we got a Fomorian Tideweaver. So that may or may not be him, but he looks like the Fomorian. We've got the Craze Furbolg. So we've got Furbolgs, and then we just have people looks like they were affected by the plague, which would be the third that we have there. So no, Fomorian Soldier. So that is a Fomorian Soldier. We've got some cool stuff. Terrifying enemies. Really been wanting to get this back to the table. Part of the reason we actually bought the gaming table was that Julie and I really enjoy campaign games like Tainted Grail, like Descent, and having a surface where we can leave the game set up makes it a lot easier for us to get it back to the table, or at least continue on with a game, but still able to play, record, film videos when we need to. We also do have a table upstairs that we can use that's not in our gaming and filming space, but that at the same point in time, we don't always want to leave stuff up on there for a very long time. So we have some ancient items. We've got secrets, which we won't look at. And then we have Focus Strike. So these seem to be new skills. So in combat, remove all charges from all cards from the sequence, and you gain 2 for every charge removed this way. Holistic Arguments and Diplomacy. When you connect, you'll gain. So these are really cool things. So it tells you what you require to get it. Power Simplicity. Once per encounter, you may discard 5 cards from the top of your deck. If there's a basic card among them, gain as many cubes or as many increases as the number of cards in your discard pile. When you gain 2 charges, gain 2 more. So all very cool stuff. And I like the fact that we're getting some power-ups maybe to speed through some encounters. That would make sense if you are great heroes of legend that have already completed a quest. So we're ignoring the secrets. Let's take a look at just one of them quickly. So an unstable crystal. So you'll be getting some different stuff. And that wasn't really much of a spoil. Just gives you some magic. But that's all we're going to look at. So then we've got Archibus. At the start of your activation, you may decide to roll a die. Discard it. Oh, if you roll a 1, you'll gain. If you're shooting this one, you will gain 7 cubes and flip the item. So Partisan. So a whole lot of looks to be like a legendary weapon, Sword Breaker, Tournament Armor, Hauberk, and all these cool items that you can gain to outfit your character. Sphere of Borrowed Time, Trader's Helmet. You cannot have the helmet of a hero and Trader's Helmet equipped. Flip this item to, I believe that's trash any number of cards. Forgot what that icon is. It's been a while since we played the game. A Knight's Lance. In combat, if you have a Steadfast Palfrey or Riding Donkey item, you may discard 1 card and then go gain. That probably says to gain 4 cubes at the start of the encounter. All party members ignore the rush trait. Very cool stuff. So definitely going to be feeling a lot more powerful in this campaign, but knowing Awaken Realms and the way they design their games, the power is going to come with a trade-off, as you will definitely be facing some significantly harder enemies. So here we have the new Miasma card. We have Up the City, Red Death Help card, and then we just have new cards like the Mist-Covered Sea, Flotsam, Shantytown, Ramshackle Wharf, Crooked Heap, Penance Grounds. And I don't want to look too much of it because, you got the Sea, 403, the Shantytown. So we've already taken a little bit more of a look than we probably should have with the Ramshackle Wharf, and you get an idea as to some of the starting locations, but I don't really think there's any spoilers in seeing those locations. We don't know what's in this exploration book, which contains all of the secrets there. Now, I do love the feel of the paper, but once again, it's fairly fragile, so I'm going to be laminating those at some point. Reason for that is, especially with the amount of the cost of this all-in game, I really want to have Tainted Grail last as long as it can. I've yet to sleeve the cards. We don't do a lot of shuffling, but at some point, I will be making sure to protect this for the long haul, especially if the little guy wants to play the game. Going to want to make sure that it is quite rugged. So there you have it. We've taken a look at the Red Death. So now we're going to move on to the Mounted Heroes, and then we'll be coming at you with the Monsters of Avalon, the past and future. So plenty more stuff to unbox with Wave 2. Keep it right here. And if you are getting, if you want to see anything specific, don't forget in the video description, there are timestamps. So I'll be back in a flash. Now let's take a look at the Mounted Heroes for Tainted Grail. I like the packaging, like the way it looks. Always happy to have these nice little sheets for a guide for the miniatures, where to put them back. We got some nice art on the back for this one. Now, I am going to do this a little differently than I've normally done some unboxings. I'll take the cover off. I'm actually going to lift the tray out because I don't have all of the names of the characters memorized. And luckily, we have that present on the back of the box. Now, trying to get everything on there, so there we go. You can now see everyone. Also, you'll notice that it's not in order as to where they are, but I found it was helpful. Beautiful miniatures, tons of details. So here is Eileen. So of course, being a healer, she's riding this, I almost want to say like an elk. It's very cool. So I'm going to pull this one out by the tail. This looks to be Niam. Riding whatever this is, I really can't tell you. I mean, I kind of wishing maybe I did a sun drop or something on this. It would have been a lot more, but the miniatures are beautiful. Just trying to grab the ones that are easiest to take out. And this is Nazir. So he's part of the new campaigns, the ones that just arrived, so I'm not familiar with the character. That's also one of the reasons why I have the cheat sheet out. Oh, I don't even know what that is. It's very cool looking, but also quite terrifying. And let's see if we can find the hero on the list. Duana. Yeah, looks a little different. You'll notice that the chains are more subdued than what she was in the 3D render, but this is definitely Duana, I believe, unless we find someone else that matches the description. So which way was she in? Just like that. Here we've got one of the knights. I'm guessing he's from the Age of Legends here with his demeanor. This is the Bolt. Very cool. I can't wait to see all of this stuff on the table. We've got a rather kingly fellow, but I don't believe this is Arthur. I don't think we have Arthur at all. No, this is Sloane. So, just from the look of this mini, I might actually have to play Sloane next time we get when we get to that campaign. Here we've got Fayul on this terrifying creature. Lots of details. I love how we get the detail on the base, if you can see it a little bit. It's one of the really nice touches that I find with all Awaken Realms products. Let's see. I do believe she was in... Well, we've got our guide, and this is a great time for me to show you why it's helpful. Because with the guide, we can see exactly how the miniature was placed. And yeah, roughly like that. There we go. So here we've got Maggot, it looks like. Very cool. One of the characters from the original. This looks like we've got a rev in here. It's not the easiest to get out. And he's stuck in there, but we got him. So yeah, that's a rev. You can tell with the side signature part of his character. So he's just a little tricky to put in and out. I don't think I'm going to force him back in. Now, I do not recognize this character. This is Mobbed. So she is from the stretch goals that just arrived. And this looks to be Cowlin. So very cool riding some type of wolf with a bow. It's another type of character that always interests me. I love people with ranged combat, but I mean the Pegasus there, just absolutely love it. So here we got the mini that I'll be using once we restart our campaign. This is Bjorn, because that's the character that I was playing. I love his mount. He looks really cool. And lastly, we've got Dagon, riding some sort of armored... He looks like an armored bear, so makes me think of the Golden Compass and his Dark Materials a little bit, but very cool. Love these mounted heroes. Now, they're definitely just a fun add-on. They're not changing up the mechanics. As you can see, there are no cards or any special abilities for them. It's just a really cool aesthetic, and sometimes you really want to just bling out your games, and this was just a little bit of extra bling. So we've taken a look at the mounted heroes. So we'll now go into the monsters of Avalon, and you've seen a lot of the content. We're almost done with this unboxing video, but Wave 2 is a lot of stuff. So keep it right here, and I'll be back in a flash. Now let's take a look at the companions and echoes of the past that arrived for Tainted Grail Wave 2. Now these most likely, just from the small boxes, they're definitely going to get mixed in one of the larger ones. Haven't decided where yet. So each player can have a companion, as it's a 4-player game. So we've got the names on the side. So we've got the Lucky Piglet. So here's our Lucky Piglet. Pretty cool. We have our Feral Cat. And with where we're at in the story, I don't believe we actually encountered any of these potential companions yet. We've got the Old Crow. Very cool, lots of detail. And the Mysterious Badger. And I think we're going to have to maybe even go back and just play the game, start a solo campaign at some point, just to refresh myself on where we were at in the story. So I'll move this off camera as we take a look at Echoes of the Past. Now this as well is probably going to be put into a larger box. And what's interesting about this, and I want to highlight this actually, is that it expands all 3 campaigns for Fall of Avalon, the original, Last Night, and Age of Legends. It gives you some personalized stories that you can include into the game. So I'm actually happy that we hadn't finished the campaign, because it'd be hard to go, well, not hard, but you'd have to really want to go back, and we've got a lot of games to play. That typically means we like to push forward. So actually, I don't think I'm going to put this stuff back in the box. I might just throw at least these cards for the moment into the main Tainted Grail box. Excuse me there. So we get different cards: Self-Hate, Master Craftsman, Brew Potion, Unbreakable. So these look to be like different abilities and things like that. And then we'll have, don't want to give too many spoilers, Blackmail, and all these Brutal Training, Chain Charging. So we've got these different cards that seem to will probably correspond to some stuff in the Book of Memories. Did I have that upside down? No, it goes like this. And let's take a quick look at the Book of Memories. So just see what it says. So overview, how to earn, so you earn achievements and some advanced abilities. Then we get Echoes of the Fall. So each character sort of has these different aspects and stories. I'm not a big fan of the type. I guess I see why they did it. I mean, I can read it, but I can see how it'd be difficult for people. But that's what you get with the expansion. We also have sheets for people to keep track of. Now, there's not multiple of them, so I'm not sure if I would use these or actually end up just printing off other ones. Well, you do have multiple, but there's only 2 of each, it looks like. So another option would be to get one of these laminated and use some dry erase marker, or just make notes as someplace else. We'll figure out how we'll be handling this when it becomes important. So there you have it. You've seen the companions and Echoes of the Past. Now keep it right here, as I'll be coming back at you with a quick outro. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when our next video is released. Also, down below in the video description, you will find links to all of our social media feeds: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you want to see pictures of Julie and I playing Tainted Grail, well, you have to go back a ways, but they're definitely available on those feeds. There'll be pictures from when we get it back to the table, which this has definitely inspired us to do. Not sure when, but probably within the next couple of months. And also in the video description, you will find a discount code for multizone.ca. That is a great Canadian game store located in Gatineau, Quebec. Now, if you use our discount code, you will get 10% off your next purchase there. And what's even better is that it's also an opportunity for you to support the channel. A portion of your purchase will get returned to us. So if you want a new game, you want to support us, check them out. They also do some Kickstarter pre-orders. Well, I wouldn't say pre-orders, but retail backing. If you want looking for the next hot game, check them out. And then popping up in front of me are going to be links to some of our previously released videos. You will have our most recent release over here. And over here, we'll take you back to our review and how to play. Well, not the how to play, that's forthcoming still. Our review of Tainted Grail. So with that being said, don't forget, keep playing games.